Good morning and welcome back to Outriders Gaming. This is Nick and I'm going to be doing my preview video for a couple of tournaments that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. So first up, apologies for the lack of any content over the last month or so. Real life has reared its ugly head again. I did go to a tournament a few weeks back at the Giant's Lair in Plymouth. It was a 4-man ETC style team tournament, fairly light-hearted, but for various reasons I didn't really take many pictures. My head wasn't really in it that weekend, so not really enough to make any sort of battle reports. I went there with James, Ed Hammond and Noah Tonkin, and it was a good laugh, and we managed somehow to scrape a third place. My first Warhammer trophy, whoop whoop. But sadly, I won't be able to bring you much in the way of battle reports for that. Now, getting back to the tournament that I will be attending soon, I am going to a small one-day in Tolworth on Saturday. It is 2,400 points, relatively light comp, and I will be taking my Wood Elves. So I will talk you through my list. The weekend after that, there is the Pompey Pillage in Portsmouth, which is 2,400 points as well, South Coast comp, and I'm basically taking exactly the same list to both of these. So this will just be my preview video for both of them. So on we go. In my list I'm taking Wood Elves, of course. And what do I have? So I have, as ever, my level 4 on Law of Life, which has a Dispel Scroll, the Dragonbane Gem, and the Ruby Ring. Again, for that little bit of extra power if needed, to zap stuff. And the Ward Save, just so I had a few points left over so I can run her out and, you know, not die to a fireball automatically. And these next two guys are the main difference in my list. So what I found in a lot of my tournaments is the Treekins weren't doing enough for me in most of my matchups. Like the fact they can't flee, they're fairly ponderous, big point sink, 400 points, and because I'm running life magic, I can't wild form them, or I can't Anrahir their opposition. They just weren't working for me. I mean, in a couple of things against Lizardmen, they're quite good against Saurus, but apart from that, I found that I just wasn't getting the most out of them. It just gave something for my opponent to aim for and get 400 relatively easy points with, because against a lot of characters and stuff, they just don't stand up. So the Treekin are out, and I've decided I wanted some more fast-moving stuff. So here we go. So, first up I have my Noble BSB, who is on a Great Eagle. He has the Warrior Bane, just a little 5-point magical attack sword. What does it do? Monster in character, if you lose a wound, you lose an attack. Well, I suppose, yeah, a little bonus, but mainly there so that he doesn't get, he can go sort out, be where he needs to be, and sort out annoying vampire counts, ethereal stuff, or Slan, who are ethereal, so there we go. He has the Dragon Helm for the extra save and the ward, and the Amaranthan Brooch that gives him the 3-up ward, but that can't be used against magical attacks. So long as I don't fly him into a unit of demons or anything, he's fairly survivable. And basically he's there to maybe deal with ethereal chaff, but also, as you'll see for other parts of my list, it's just good to be able to get the BSB where he needs to be. To go with him is his friend, also Wood Elf Noble on an Eagle, with a spear, shield, and the Armour of Destiny. So basically this guy has a 3-up armour and a 4-up ward all the time. Now, neither of these comp packs, either for Tolworth or for the Pillage, allow the my BSB to take the mundane equipment, because it's an old book. So basically, this guy has a 3-up armour and a 4-up ward all the time. Now, neither of these comp packs, either for Tolworth or for the Pillage, allow the BSB, my BSB, to take the mundane equipment, because it's an old book. 'Cause it's an old book. So the BSB is only on a 4-up armor save, the other one on a 3-up. But I have the points left over in my list, so I might just ask my opponents if they mind giving the BSB a shield. Not a big deal either way. But anyway, so that's Bonnie and Clyde, my two Wood Elf nobles who are there to zoom around, snipe out enemy mages, or you know, just get in the way really. I quite like them. Right, onto my core. So the 2 new additions to the core, again, in this whole fast-moving, getting where we need to be theme, 2 units of 5 Glade Riders with Musician. I know they don't really need the Musician for swift reforms, but the whole point of these guys are they can double team as redirectors, so the double flee, and then rally, and do it all again. And the Musician gives me a leadership 9 rally, or 10 if I'm anywhere near my general, so that's always good. A couple of units of 8 Dryads, 96 points each, that's always good. Then 3 units of 12 Glade Guard with Musician. That's my OCD as ever, and the fact that I have movement trays for 12 people, and they come in at 150 points each, which is lovely. Quite nice for working out VPs. And then a smaller unit that I'm used to, 18 Glade Guard with the Banner of Eternal Flame, Musician, and I've actually put a champion in here, mainly because I had a few points, but also so I can challenge out if needs be to give me that turn. And also, they come in at 250 points. Again, I like nice round numbers. And then to round the list off, the reason for the Life Mage and the Flying BSB to Treeman. Now, Treeman run away. Stubborn 8 is good, but, you know, it's still a 1 in 3 chance of failing it. So the BSB is there to get to that crucial Treeman do not friggin' run away combat. Now the list works. I've played a few practice games with it, maybe 3, and it works quite well, very different. Just changing around the treekin and some of the sizes, it's a much more mobile and avoidancy list. Now because I don't have the focal point of even like 18 instead of 24 odd archers makes a difference in what people will go for, and not having the treekin as a massive focal point. The army is generally a bit more spread out, and it's all about just getting out of the way. And this is where the treemen, I use them maybe a bit differently. Rather than just running into big blocks, they're more, I'm going to try and use them as more of a shooting platform, which will probably go straight out the window quite early, but and make the most of the fact that they're still only on a 50mm base, so they can get out of the way relatively easily. That's the plan anyway, but at the end of the day they are just my massive roadblocks, so I can get my shooting where they need to be. And yeah, so the plan is run around, shoot a lot, smash treemen into stuff when needed, go take out enemy wizards and BSBs and stuff with my 2 flying characters, who hopefully between their ward saves and regrowth they should be able to last quite a while. All the while chipping away at the big blocks with the archers and even the Glade Riders really. I mean, don't forget that they Vanguard 12, they march 18, and they can still fire their bows at, 30. But I mean, between their move and the thing, they still, you know, only strength 3, but they have an effective short range of 33 inches, which isn't too shabby really, so they should be hitting on 3s pretty much all the time. And you know, because they're on horses, they'll see over a lot of stuff, so they don't get much in the way of penalties for cover. So there you are. That's my 2,396 points, 2,340 on the nose, I think, if my opponent allows me to put a shield in my BSB. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to have the reports from Tolworth off beginning of next week, and then you might have to wait a bit longer for the ones after the Pillage, because that's a full-on 5 or 6 game tournament, and I've got the rest of the Outriders team down at my place in Brighton for that entire weekend, so it might take a couple of days to recover. But anyway, looking forward to these, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye bye.